Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is going to take a look at a message that your higher self wants to convey and or reveal to you. So what is it that your higher self is trying to reveal to you at this time? So if you have not as of yet chosen a card or crystal on the table, go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below where you can go directly to the portion of the video that is going to give you an up close and personal look at the cards and the crystals on the table. You can pause anywhere on that selection screen to give yourself more time for you to choose if you feel it necessary. And let's say if during your selection process you feel led to pick more than one crystal or card on the table, please listen to your intuition. Do what you feel is necessary to help you get the most out of this reading. These readings are also timeless, so whether you watch it at the upload time or sometime later down the road, whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel an intuitive nudge to watch, there may indeed be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always try to remind everybody is that these readings are general. I can't possibly expect to connect with everyone that clicks on this video to watch, although I hope that you manage to find a message here. But what I always, try to remind everybody again is that if this particular reading, let's say, doesn't connect with you the way that you hoped it would, maybe have some fun exploring my channel. I have a bunch of readings I've already done, lots of pick a cards. I even have daily readings for everyone. I'm sure there's a message somewhere in there for you instead. And let's say if you have taken the time to explore my channel and you realize maybe we're not vibing and connecting like that between viewer and reader, that is totally okay, because I set the intention that when you leave my channel, you will be led and directed to the right message to give you confirmation for you and your journey at this time. I trust that the magic will always guide you right and true that way. So with all that being said, Star Family, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and I will go ahead and meet you at your reading of choice. Pile number one, viewers, you chose the Amethyst for your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. You chose the Storm. I did shuffle for all of these cards that you choose from, so I will be sure to incorporate their meaning into the reading as I get more cards on this table, I guess, to kind of see how it relates, right? So let's go ahead and get started. I have the White Newman Tarot that I'm going to be using for you, and we want to find out what is it that your higher self wants to reveal to you, get across to you, maybe make you aware of. Perhaps it's something that you're not quite seeing for yourself at this time, but let's see. What is it that your higher self wants to reveal to you? Let's see if we can get 3 cards. All right, so we have 1, 2, and 3. And if I need more cards, I'll just grab off to the side. But we have the Page of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. And you know what? I think I do want to grab another one, because I guess the 5 of Swords is kind of leaving it open-ended, and I don't like that feeling. So I will grab another one, but just to give you the gist of what this is saying. The Page of Cups is an energy of messages, right? It is about also following your heart. Sometimes it's about like surprises or things that are unexpected, but it's about taking the initial first step in the direction of something on your heart. So it's about following your heart, following your bliss, and stepping into that. It's about the first step, which initiates something, right? It is also about learning and growing and expanding, because pages are all students of life, and they're at their kind of like beginning stages of a process, so to speak. Again, going back to the idea of a message, right? Spirit is trying to say here in regards to your higher self that you are at the very beginning stages of some sort of growth. Could be an awakening for some of you. Maybe also could be at the beginning stages of a creative project, because sometimes the Cups energy can speak of the art, right? The artsy energy, the creative, sometimes the romantic. So this is telling me that there is something at play here where it's just beginning, and it's that first step in the direction of this thing on your heart. And there are messages that Spirit is trying to get across to you, right? Your higher self is trying to reveal something to you, reveal a message to you in regards to something on your heart or something that you're just about beginning or stepping into. It could even be that the Page of Cups is brand new energy in general. Maybe you're stepping into a new chapter in your journey, and there's aspects of it that feel like they're kind of wobbly. And I say that because of the Two of Pentacles. It is a kind of like vacillating energy of up and down. And it can speak of decisions. So again, if you're having to step into something new and you're having to decide what to do or how to go about it, Spirit is trying to reveal a message to you to help you take that first step or to decide what is best for you. There's something about this decision. There's an aspect of it, okay, with the Five of Swords. There's an aspect of it. There's some kind of polarity here. And I'm saying that because of the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So forgive me if like I'm struggling to articulate this, but it feels like I hope you're following me. Just put it that way. I hope you're following me. But the feeling here is there's an aspect of duality here. There's kind of like a up and down. You're probably weighing the pros and cons of something that maybe you're trying to step into, maybe stepping into learning, stepping into exploring. Do you see what I mean? And this is something fresh, right? This is something new and unfamiliar, the feeling is. But a lot of times, the intuitive energy of the cups wants to navigate and explore, right? And your higher self is trying to help you decipher what is best for you and to help you reveal the proper answer, right? In order to approach something new, in order to approach a decision or choice that might have you feeling a lot of up and down. That Two of Pentacles wants to navigate the pros and cons of a situation. It's like, okay, how could this benefit me? How could this, hurt me type of thing. And it is kind of a up and down roller coaster ride for a minute of emotions, perhaps, because a lot of times the Two of Pentacles does show the water in the background of that card. You also have the water of the Page of Cups. And you also, ironically, have the storm energy here, which is also rain and energy of water. Okay, so some of you could be water signs, just throwing that out there. But there's something about this choice. There's one aspect of it with the Five of Swords that is kind of maybe leaving you feel a little defeated. And the feeling is here that your higher self is trying to help you kind of maneuver out of that difficult, maybe tumultuous part of trying to navigate the right choice, the right way to go about it, the right thing to do. Five of Swords talks about challenge, strife, defeatist energy. It could also talk about the challenging aspects of having to try to leave something that's not working. And sometimes you do feel like you can't catch a break with that energy. So there could be an aspect, and that's what I was saying, there's like the pros and cons of something. And there's an aspect of what it is that this Two of Pentacles brings, right, that has you feeling kind of like down about maybe something or about what you're about to do or decide to step into. The thing is that there is new energy trying to enter into your situation, but it's going to require that you make the choice, that you take the first step, and that you fight through the challenge of making this choice or taking that first step. Do you see what I mean? And I'm sorry if that felt like, I felt like I took forever to explain that, but I hope I'm making sense. It's just this feeling of needing to navigate the first step. And sometimes the first step is the hardest one. And sometimes the first step is the hardest choice to make. The choice to make the first step, if you see what I mean. But it also will help you walk away from those things that you feel are not working. Again, let me go back to the energy of the storm, okay? Because there's an energy of clearing, all right, that comes from storm energy. It is very tumultuous energy at first. It is very chaotic. But it also clears things out of the way. It's like clearing the old in order to ready for the new. So there's something brewing, right? A storm is brewing, in other words, in your journey that's trying to bring you something new. something that's more in alignment with your heart, especially considering the energy of the Page of Cups. Another thing is there's this feeling of, you know how they say a calm before the storm. So that feeling is like where nothing seems to be happening. And it's a very strange energy to navigate because you don't know what lies ahead. You won't, right? You won't know what lies ahead once you make the choice or once you take the first step. But your higher self is trying to kind of tell you that it's going to require that you do this. Like if you want to initiate or activate change, you're going to have to take the first step. You're going to have to make the choice. You're going to have to fight through your fears, maybe your doubts, your confusion, and follow your heart in this case. And I know that sounds so cliche, but your higher self wants you to follow your bliss and release anything that would keep you in a feeling of strife, struggle, angst, frustration, Five of Swords energy, right? Or that feeling of imbalance where, again, the Two of Pentacles is always trying to find balance. So again, that wobbly energy, that constant up and down, that emotional roller coaster, that's not healthy, healthy for the mind, body, heart, and spirit. So again, when there's a calm before the storm, the calm is indicating that there's something happening underneath the surface where you can't quite see. And your higher self is trying to say things are happening even though you can't see them surface level. But trust that something's about to get activated in your life. The storm is actually the activation of these things. It's never easy riding out the storm though. Okay, but the storm itself is activating something in your life. It's making things happen. It's actually shaking things up and stirring the pot. But a lot of times that's necessary to get the ball rolling, especially if it's, you know, if we're scared or if we're worried about making the right or wrong choice. Let's say we want to make the right choice always, but sometimes we stress about making the wrong one. So there's this feeling of doing what you feel is best in alignment with your heart, following through with that. And your higher self is trying to help you understand how to go about it, how to reveal the right way to go about it. And also your higher self is trying to help you, right, in the 3D realm, let's say, navigate the earthly human experience to help put you on your higher path. Even though it's hard as heck. It is hard as heck. And there's a lot of kind of like fluctuations in the journey, maybe in regards to arriving at that thing on your heart or what it is that you want to follow through with. It's not always an easy path or journey. And your higher self is kind of like empathizing, right? Empathizing with you in the journey. Because the higher self has a higher perspective than we do. Our ego does down here, right? We're not separate from our higher self at all, but there's the illusion of it. And sometimes that can create the fog, right? Or the storm itself, sometimes the confusion, right? There's several meanings to this card in that sense. But the feeling is here, your higher self wants you to trust your intuition, trust your heart, trust yourself, to take the first step in the direction of something that's going to help alleviate that energy of the Five of Swords that's really not healthy or happy or working out, right? So let's grab another one. Yeah, look at that. Do you see that? Whoa. Okay, so yeah. Do you see how, again, taking the first step is the hardest part? And it's like the feeling is the longer you sit on it, the more angst, frustration, and up and down and emotional roller coaster you're going to feel. The Nine of Cups is here to tell you that if you take the first step in the direction of this, it will initiate change. It will feel a little freaking chaotic, and you will feel like you're kind of riding out the storm. But that storm is putting you in the path to your happiness, with your Nine of Cups energy here. Your bliss, your wish fulfillment. Okay. So sometimes we do have to walk away from people, places, things, scenarios, situations, even mindsets that hinder, hurt, or keep us kind of, okay, I just heard keep us below the level we're meant to shine at. Yeah. That Nine of Cups is about you following your heart, your heart's content, and arriving at a place where you feel fulfilled. Your higher self is trying to say here, you have what it takes. You can do this. You can ride out this storm and arrive at your happiness. I know it's not easy, right? But I'm here to help you navigate those waters, that choppy water that you might be feeling you're in right now. Because there's just, like I said in the beginning with the Page of Cups, sometimes the Page of Cups can talk about a surprise. So there is a surprise outcome to this kind of, I'm just going to say it, mess that you might be feeling. Because there's no stability like in that up and down feeling, right? It sucks when you're kind of all over the place. One minute you're here, and then another minute you're feeling like this and that. And it's like, you'll feel so much more relieved when you kind of just decide to decide, right? Because until you decide, you're going to constantly feel that up and down, and that's never a happy place to be. So your higher self is saying, your heart knows what to do. Your higher self and intuition knows what to do. You already know what to do. So follow through with that. Break up the confusion. Break up the fluctuation and the vacillating, okay? Release yourself. Walk away with the Five of Swords of those things that are keeping you feeling frustrated, stuck, stagnant, unhappy, and unfulfilled. It's okay to walk away from that. You can do this. You can initiate brand new energy in your life. Take the first step into it. Right? This is about your happiness with the Nine of Cups and doing what brings you that happiness and joy, emotional fulfillment, and feeling of wellness. And not only that, it's like when you decide to decide, you're activating your wish fulfillment. Okay? So I'm going to grab a few of these cards, and I'm going to take a final oracle on this as well. So let's see here. Your higher self. What does your higher self want to reveal to you? Also, another thing, the storm can talk about volatility, okay? Because storms are kind of unpredictable, right? And that energy is also coming from the Five of Swords. There's some volatile energy that could be around you, and it's time to kind of leave that behind if it's not working, if it's not helping, if it's hindering in any way. It's time to like kind of step away from it. Because once you do, this is what is on the other side of that choice. Okay, your happiness, your wholeness, your wish fulfillment, in other words. All right, so let's see. Travel, yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. And I was feeling energy of change. That was coming from the Page of Cups and the storm. Look at that. Total confirmation here to follow your intuition, right? You could be kind of brushing it aside or kind of overlooking what your intuition is nagging you with, right? You are undergoing a major change. And when you step into this, when you decide, what you do, right? When you do what's in alignment with your heart, and when you decide to follow through with what's in alignment in your heart, you initiate change and transformation. And technically you do have two butterflies here, which is a symbol of metamorphosis. So the minute you decide to do this, it will shift everything. It will change everything, but it'll also, with the Nine of Cups, lead to your happiness. So even though it might be difficult to choose this and step into this, right? it's going to get things moving for you over here with the travel energy. You could literally be figuratively and or literally traveling. So maybe some of you are choosing to relocate, move in a different direction, to a different place geographically, perhaps, that is more in alignment with you. And that's going to initiate a lot of change, especially if you have to uproot your life. And that's not easy in order to move and follow your happiness, right? And that could apply even with like a job, having to leave a job, let's say you've been at for a very long time, and wanting to maybe with the Page of Cups study something new, or take the first step into a new line of work, for example. And that initiates change in your life, which moves things forward for you instead of keeping you vacillating where you're taking one step forward and then like 20 steps back. You see what I'm saying? That's that energy of the Two of Pentacles. Sometimes it can feel like you're taking a few steps forward and then another few steps back, and it's just that constant back and forth, back and forth. Well, the minute you decide to follow your heart, follow through with your intuition and what it's been telling you, the change begins, the movement begins, and the things that you desire get activated in your life. Okay, but it's going to require that you listen to your higher self. Your higher self has been trying to get your attention about this and reveal this to you. But again, the frustration, the maybe negative energy with the Five of Swords could be kind of clouding you from seeing this or from taking action upon it. All right. But the quicker you can kind of work through that, the faster things get moving over here in the direction of your happiness. Okay. Let's get a final oracle card for you. This is the Goddess, Gods, and Guardians Oracle. Make sure, yeah, I don't have it upside down, so that's good. Let's see. One card here for a final. The feeling is here also like you're going to be surprised where this leads you. It might be scary to do this, but you'll be surprised where it takes you. I feel like because there's... Okay, I need to like pause for a second on the cards, because I'm getting a little bit of synchronicity here. Okay, where the Two of Pentacles is just trying to find balance and alignment. I feel like we've reached it over here with this Nine of Cups card because of the energy of the koi fish above his head. It's giving me the vibe of yin and yang, right? And that is a symbol of balance and harmony. So you leave that energy where it's not balanced and you know, are in the midst of too much volatility and vacillation. You leave that to step into that energy of harmony as a result of choosing your heart. So where there isn't balance, eventually you'll step into balance for the simple fact that you're listening to your heart's desire. Okay. And this, yeah, this has been a process of major change and transformation for you. This is about evolving. This is about rebirth as well. Okay, if you consider the energy of the butterfly. Also, the butterfly is an energy of strength in the struggle. So what doesn't kill you basically makes you stronger, right? But when the butterfly finally pushes itself out of the cocoon, it reaches its highest state, okay, of evolution, and also has gained strength through that birthing process. Because in order for it to exit out of its cocoon, it has to push. It has a struggle inside the cocoon to push itself out, but it's that struggle that gains strength. It's the means by which blood is pumped to the wings of a butterfly in order for the butterfly to be able to fly once it's free. So this choice, this decision is going to set you free so you can fly, right? So you can be your best self, so you can live your best life, and you can have your wish fulfillment and your heart's desire with the Nine of Cups. And basically live your best life. So once you get out of this maybe tumultuous situation of the Five of Swords, that's what's on the other side of it. One card. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. Stand your ground, Leah. Okay, and yeah, you're gonna have to put your foot down for yourself, right? Let's see what it says. All right, so it says, Leah, don't suffer in silence. Ask for what you want. Leah is an Aboriginal Australian water goddess and guardian of women. Now, there's a lot of water on the table, right? Page of Cups, the storm energy, intuitive energy here, the rocky waters of the Two of Pentacles in the background. You also have the Nine of Cups and the fish. So I think it does tie in just for that alone, but let's see. Looking down from the sky, she noticed a group of women digging for roots in the dry desert. The men in the village had created certain rules so only they could leave the camp to get water. The women had to stay put, thirsty and dusty. Leah decided to intervene. She went into the mountains, dug her digging stick into the ground, and discovered a water spring that turned into a river. The women, now refreshed, formed their own community with Leah as their leader. So the feeling is also, just from that alone, you need to break convention, okay? Break out of the box. Yeah. But it's that breaking out of the box that helps you arrive at your gift here. Okay, your blessings with the Nine of Cups. But it says, you have an extremely giving and supportive nature. Everyone can always count on you to be there for them. You put others first. Go out of your way to understand their needs and bend over backwards to honor their requests. Now, Five of Swords energy. For some of you, you could be doing that too much. And it's time to set healthy boundaries and break away from that in order to focus on you and your happiness. Okay. But it says, these are traits that often show up in empaths, healers, and light workers. Very true. Earth angels, intuitives, and sensitives. Intuitives, right? It says, Goddess Leah is urging you to get some limits before you risk losing yourself under a pile of other people's needs, demands, and expectations. That would be the Five of Swords. Leah smiles widely and assertively claims generous space for you by pushing her stick into the earth. She asks, are you a living saint? No. Are you being a doormat? Possibly. Do you have needs, dreams, and wishes of your own to fulfill? Absolutely yes. So start putting yourself first. Start putting yourself first by taking the first step in the direction of what you want, right? And what your heart is saying. Start putting yourself first. Ask for what you want. Ask for help and be open to receive it. You may feel uncomfortable to begin with, right? As you take the first step in the direction of your heart. But it says, my waters will enliven you. Together we'll clear stagnant patterns. That's a clearing energy of the storm, right? That I mentioned earlier. We'll clear stagnant patterns and find fertile new ground. Yes, because there is something new trying to come towards you. There could be a message or a synchronicity from Spirit that also kind of like reveals what you need to know to give you the ammunition that you need to take the first step for yourself, okay? It says, additional meaning, stand up for others in human rights, campaigns, and our causes that highlight injustice and prejudice. Clear stuck energy with water healing. Have a shower, bath, or swim. Visualize water as energy flowing through your chakras. Write down your blocks or fears and immerse in the water, in a water bowl to release. Leave a toxic or stale relationship. That could be the Five of Swords. That could be a toxic relationship when it comes to work, maybe where you live, your living environment, your household. There could be a lot of things with the Five of Swords that can relate to, right? And it says, take assertive training, invocation, I claim my space in the universe, I stand up for myself. So yeah, it's like you have to stand up for yourself to take this action, follow your heart, do what you feel is right in order to arrive at your happiness. And yes, this is going to initiate major change in your life, but it's all going to move you in the path of something better. We have the Nine of Cups indicating that, and I'm so happy that I actually took the card, because this is basically saying whatever you're feeling right now, it's kind of necessary to get through it, to work through it, right? And to make a difficult choice. But sometimes the best choices are the most hardest ones, but they will lead you to something better, okay? And that's oftentimes how you know, All right. So pile number 1, this is your reading. If you feel that this is helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. And if you want to take it a step further to support what I do, visit me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool things there that I make by hand on my free time. Very intricate things, crystal jewelry, amongst other creations. So pay me a visit at any time. If you want to also support my channel even more, consider joining my channel's membership and subscription. You can do that via your computer or desktop. I have exclusive content that I provide there for channel members only. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose Labradorite for your crystal. I know it's like difficult to see the flash on this one, but it does have a pretty color to it. This is your card. You chose the sand. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. This card does have meaning to it, and I will be sure to incorporate it into the reading as I get more cards on the table. I did actually shuffle for all of these that you choose from. So we're looking at what is it that your higher self wants to reveal to you, maybe get across to you, perhaps even help you understand. And for this reading, I'm going to be using the White Newman Tarot. So let's see. What is it that your higher self wants to reveal to you, help you understand, get across to you perhaps, bring to your attention? See if we can get 3 cards. All right, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And if I need more, I'll just grab off to the side. All right, let's see. We have the 4 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and I do want to grab another one. Oh, look at that, Temperance. That's such a gorgeous card, by the way. All right, so the feeling that I'm getting from this is there's this feeling of a loss, okay, with the 7 of Swords. There's this feeling of, with the 7 of Swords, that something has just gone awry. Something's just not going to go, maybe perhaps going the way that you thought it would go. And there's some kind of struggle taking place with the 7 of Wands because of that. And in regards to this situation, your higher self is trying to tell you, for one, meditate on this, right? Meditate on what it is that you need to do, because it's in that space of quiet with the 4 of Swords where you're removing yourself from people, places, and things in order to get your head on straight, that the answers get revealed, and that you're able to find a way to kind of fight back or step into your power, I feel, and take action in a way that is going to benefit you. Because a lot of times the 7 of Wands, yes, it talks about conflict, it talks about people coming at you or coming for you, but it also talks about you fighting back and you taking a very solid stance in order to help yourself or promote change for yourself. I say, when I said awry, like things are just going awry, it's because of that 7 of Swords energy. The 7 of Swords energy can sometimes talk about like imposter syndrome if it's about something you're fighting with within yourself. But it can also talk about things happening under the surface that kind of work against you in a way. And I don't know if those are people, places, situations that are kind of like not having your best interest at heart in a sense. And there's a need here with the 4 of Swords, right? And the 7 of Swords to kind of have intuition reveal what's been hidden from you. That could be somebody hiding something from you, going the long, I heard the long way around it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like avoiding something, like somebody's avoiding something. Maybe for some of you, because there's swords on the table, maybe avoiding communication with you, right? maybe somebody's gone quiet with the Four of Swords and they're avoiding the conflict. Okay, because the Seven of Swords talks about like tiptoeing around an issue. So there's a need here to not tiptoe around it any longer. This is about, with the Seven of Swords, needing to confront the situation in order to heal it with the Temperance energy and bring alignment, balance, and harmony, and to alchemize those things in that situation, maybe with that person or within yourself. So there's like this need not to avoid addressing the deeper issue of what's happening within, right, or with another, or in a situation, right? So this is about confronting the issues at hand here, not ignoring them, and also not allowing someone else perhaps to ignore you if they're avoiding a situation or avoiding the conversation with you perhaps. But there's this feeling of having to confront it, that Seven of Wands. Whatever the scenario is, it's about confronting it head on, and sometimes setting a healthy boundary. Also fighting for what you want and what you believe in, and not backing down off of it or away from it, and not letting anybody kind of like, I heard, rob you of your voice. And I think that's coming from the Seven of Swords, because you see how the sword is right up against his throat. So if there, okay, the feeling I got is your higher self wants you to speak up for yourself, wants you to speak your piece. If you, with the Four of Swords, have been quiet long enough, you don't want to be quiet anymore. You see how the sword also is like touching her crown area? This is also telling me that the right things to say, the right words to say, the right action to take to go about confronting the bigger issue will be delivered to you, but it's going to require that you kind of quiet your mind, body, heart, spirit. Maybe give yourself the time out that you need. Maybe that's what some of you have done. Maybe you have kind of taken a step back from those people, places, and things and situations that are causing you the challenge, the struggle, the conflict with the Seven of Wands. But it's necessary, right? In order to deliver messages, or in order to receive messages from your higher self, it would be necessary to do that. To kind of sneak away, right? And get away from those things that are causing you frustration. And it's like she's trying to receive that download with that Four of Swords energy. So your higher self is saying, you know what? Take the time that you need. Because the download will come through once you've removed yourself from distraction with the Four of Swords and you found the rest that you needed. And you'll know how to handle, with the Seven of Swords, a very sticky situation perhaps. Sometimes, when, like I said, it was this feeling of like your voice has been taken from you, or you haven't been able to like speak your mind, speak your truth, maybe confront someone or situation with, you haven't been able to authentically say your piece. And it's like, again, once you have that moment of quiet and stillness, you'll know what the right thing to do is and the right thing to say is, and how to approach and confront the situation at hand. But it does feel like this situation does need confronting with the Seven of Wands in order to heal it, bring it back into harmony, balance, and alignment with the Temperance. For some of you, you could be Sagittarius over here with the Temperance energy, or that could be somebody that you're dealing with as well. The sand. Let's approach the sand. Because if you've ever been at the beach, right, the sand is such a calming energy. The beach itself is. It is about serenity. And that reminds me of the Temperance energy. The sand also does talk about time. You ever seen time or sand, right, move through an hourglass, I guess? And the feeling is time is slipping away. Like the longer you avoid handling this or kind of tiptoe around it, the longer you wait to approach this or confront it, right? It's kind of like you're going to miss out on time itself, right? So there's kind of like not a moment to waste, and you don't want to waste any more time either, because time is precious. It's that one thing we can never get back. So it's like, don't waste another moment in a challenging, difficult situation. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, especially if it's with people, right? You don't want to lose out on precious time that you can have with someone healing. I hope that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if you go a long time in conflict with somebody when it could have been something that was so easily resolved a lot sooner. And in the process of like being in conflict, you wasted so much time. Time that you could have been together, time that you could have been healing and you know, coming into alignment with one another with the temperance. And that's just an example, right? The longer you sit with the conflict, any conflict, the longer, you know, the more time you waste not being in alignment with your purpose, your passion, what is it you're meant to do. You see, there's so many different scenarios that can apply to. But this is about stepping up and stepping forward and putting your foot down for what matters to you, what is important to you, and not wasting another moment on those things that kind of rob you of your energy, just bring you too much conflict and strife, you see, or wasting time on those things that are not authentic to you. So take the time with the Four of Swords that you need to think about something. But this is also about acting with integrity and taking a step forward in the direction of something that you're passionate about in order to find your healing, your alignment, your balance, your harmony, your wholeness, your wellness with the temperance energy. Don't let another moment slip by without taking action, because again, every second that passes is time wasted that you could have been resolving a situation and bringing yourself into this beautiful harmonious energy of temperance. Okay. So yeah, I mean, sand does slip through your fingers. Time does slip away from us easily. You know, the ocean itself brings us peace. So again, the feeling of wanting to resolve all of this and bring it into a peaceful situation and or resolution. Okay. Not only that, think about the water at the beach. It washes away things, right? It washes away everything pretty much. It's such a healing energy to be at the ocean. But when I think of the temperance and these two cards here, you know, Four of Swords also can talk about healing. So we have two energies of healing with the Four of Swords and the temperance. This is to me like about washing away old woundings and putting that all behind you. And it's kind of like recapturing, okay? Once that happens, you regenerate, you recapture what it is to feel good again, what it is to feel whole, happy, healed, and thriving. So it's like taking the steps, right? Processing it, thinking it through with the Four of Swords, not wasting another moment, right? Taking action according to how your higher self reveals the right things to say, do, and, you know, act, let's say, upon. It's like once you get the knowing, you speak up. You say what you need to say. You do what you need to do. You set healthy boundaries according to what feels best for you in your situation. And it initiates or promotes the healing that needs to take place to wash away the old so you can find your balance, your harmony, your alignment. Find your peace, maybe with somebody or in your situation, mind you. But it's like, don't hesitate or wait another moment longer after, right, after you've thought it through, after your higher self reveals what it needs to be done or said. It will require some confrontation, right? It could be metaphorical confrontation as well. because the Seven of Swords kind of wants to hide from something, right? But there's no hiding from what needs confronted in order to heal it. Okay. And if somebody's avoiding you, they're not going to be able to avoid you forever. Okay, because sometimes the Four of Swords, Seven of Swords can be energies of kind of like ghosting or not talking, right? The energy of the Four of Swords is also non-active. So it's okay to take a moment where you don't make any impulsive moves, okay? In that case, it can be very helpful to not do anything impulsive with the Four of Swords, because you want to think something through. So it's, you know, there's periods where it's okay to take no action. But eventually you're going to have to in order to find your peace and healing. Okay, so, but again, the feeling is your higher self wants to reveal to you what it is that you need to say, what it is that you need to do in order to resolve the issue at hand. And it may require that you take some time out for meditation or just to separate yourself from the noise. Okay. So let's see if we can get a few cards here. And then I also have the Goddesses and Guardians Oracle deck that I will be using to finish off your reading. So let's hear. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Talk about what? Oh my gosh. Talk about synchronicity. Remember I said with the sword energy over his throat, right? There's a need to speak your voice or say what you need to say and not let your voice be kind of stifled or, yeah, held back. And then you have the beautiful ceremony energy. This could be a twin flame situation or a soulmate that you're dealing with. Again, the hidden Two of Cups of the Temperance energy. So these two cards both speak of alignment and union, okay? And healing. Because when you're in balance, when you're in alignment, there is healing. So yeah, there's a need to listen to your instincts, listen to your voice, and follow through with that. And don't let anything kind of like keep you from speaking up or out, okay? Let me switch this out real quick. But let's see what this card is real quick. Yeah. Self. Looking into your heart of hearts, okay? And following through with what your heart feels is best. And of course, going into your heart requires that you kind of distract yourself or remove yourself from distractions and remove yourself from the noise in order to take a deeper look at the core issues of your situation, right? To get to the root of it, to get a closer look. Self-reflection even, that would be the Four of Swords as well. That's self-reflective energy, right? Taking a good look at yourself, at the situation, search your heart, right? But then once you do that, it's time to come forward. It's time to step up, step out, and put your foot down. Say what you need to say. Don't let anybody hold your voice back or keep you from saying your piece, in other words. But once you say what you need to say or do what you need to do, that falls in alignment with your deeper, truer self, right? And you follow through with those instincts of the higher self and what it's trying to, you know, instruct you to do or say, it brings you into alignment. It heals everything. Okay. So that's the message here. Let's see if we can get a final oracle card for you. Pile 2. Just know that once you do what you need to do, say what you need to say, take action the way that your higher self is trying to instruct you to, it heals and solves and resolves every conflict, every struggle, every challenge you've been dealing with, okay? Also, let's keep in mind the Seven of Wands itself, or any sevens really, can talk about spiritual growth. And sometimes you know, that is difficult or challenging for us as we grow and expand. But just know that you stepping forward, saying what you need to say, all of that is going to kind of level you up in your growth, because you're able to kind of empower yourself. And that in itself steps you up, right, into your growth, into your power and your journey. Because we don't want to feel like this, right? Or go through life like this, feeling like we can't stand up for ourselves or speak up for ourselves. Once we learn how to do that, we've stepped into our power, and yes, we have leveled up in another way, which is awesome. So, I mean, we have energies of voice here, right? So I think of, right, the throat chakra. And that maybe is part of what needs healed here. Let's see, final oracle card. All right, so I'm going to read directly from the book. Let's see what we have. Ooh, light your fire, Pele. Okay, let's see what she says. She's gorgeous, by the way. Okay. So it says, light your fire, channel your creative and emotional passion, get energized. It says, Pele is the passionate goddess of volcanoes and fire, who created the Hawaiian Islands, said to dwell in the crater of Kilauea volcano. Pele's molten lava both creates and destroys. Legend says that Pele journeyed from Tahiti to Hawaii in a canoe and was killed in a tempestuous clash with her sister, a Tahitian sea goddess. Pele's spirit lived on in the volcano, shape-shifting and reappearing to the Hawaiian people at will. Powerful yet capricious, she can succumb to outbursts of jealousy that create volcanic eruption. Pele shows us how to work creatively with the intense volatile energies and harness our inner fire. That does kind of relate here to the Four of Swords, because I was saying over here, it's like Spirit wants to download something to you to show you what to say, what to do, how to proceed with this situation. Again, the volatile energy would be coming from the Seven of Wands, right? This need to kind of like tap into that combative spirit to be a warrior, stand up for yourself, to light your fire and take action where needed to stand up for yourself, right? In order to promote healing. Because if at any moment in your journey you have been suppressed in that way and you feel that you couldn't, right? This is saying now that your higher self wants you to take action to speak your mind voice and to take action accordingly. Okay. To dig into your inner passion and fire. So anyway, let's see. Pele explodes into your world today with volcanic force and searing heat, so prepare to be shaken and stirred. Yeah, like this need to stir the pot a little, right? To do the unconventional over here with the Seven of Swords, because it is clever energy. Stir the pot. But when you do so, it creates healing as well. So let's see. You may have been doing a good job at keeping a lid on your emotions. Okay? Like I said, over here with the Seven of Swords energy, you couldn't really speak your truth, speak up, or feel like you could act upon something. You've been quiet, kind of like held back in a way. But let's keep going because I think it's resonating so far. But something might be about to erupt. And again, the combative energy of the Seven of Wands. As long as you channel them positively, you can boldly let your fiery feelings and creative juices flow. If you've been Feeling lackluster recently, Pele is here to light the fire in your belly. Imagine this flaming goddess standing in front of you, warming up your solar plexus. She sends energizing sparks throughout your entire body. If you're feeling jealous, try Pele's healing remedy. Consider the person you're jealous of as symbolizing an aspect of your own inner power that you haven't yet claimed. And I was saying that there's a need to step into your power, right? Reframe this person as an inspiration rather than a threat. If they can do it or have it, so can you. Pele invites you to turn up the heat in your life. Be an ardent lover, an enthusiastic contributor, a fervent force. I almost said voice. A fervent force of dynamic creativity. Don't withhold your passion. Live with your soul on fire. Yeah, don't let anything hold you back anymore. And that, maybe it's not a person, maybe it is just, you know, something creative that you've been holding back from doing. Okay. There's some aspect of you that needs to step forward, step up, and step out to show yourself for who you really are, and allow other people to see that aspect of yourself, because there's some part of you that has been kind of like, I guess, repressed or suppressed in some way. You could have been unintentionally, unknowingly holding yourself back too. But this is a time for you to like really step up and step out. And as you do so, you basically bring yourself into alignment with everything that you are and everything that you're meant to be. The feeling is here. Okay. Let's see what else it says. Express and explore your sexuality in safe ways. Channel your anger creatively to create positive change and healing, right? Through writing, art, physical movement, campaigning, public speaking, right? Because you don't want to hold your voice back anymore. Public speaking and so forth. Respectfully visit and support Hawaii's sacred cultural sites, which is an issue in itself, because, I mean, if you know, you know. There's a lot of upheaval right now with the travel industry over there. Yeah, and, you know, I have certain opinions about that. I feel like Hawaii is one of those places that needs to heal, but I don't want to get political or anything like that. I really do feel that, personally, it needs to heal. The indigenous population needs a break, kind of like from what's happening over there. But that's just my personal opinion. But that's why it says respectfully visit and support Hawaii's sacred cultural sites. It says, invocation, I express intense energy in positive ways. I embrace the fire within. And that's what this is about with the Seven of Wands. Not allowing yourself to be silent anymore or to take a back seat. This is about stepping up and stepping out, stepping forward, placing healthy boundaries, saying what you need to say, do what you need to do. Not hold yourself back in any way. Not let other people hold you back either. In order to promote healing and change in your journey. And not let another moment slip by, right? Because if you search the inner, deeper parts of you and you know what it is that you need to do or know what it is that you need to say, then you can take action accordingly, which then, again, just puts you more in alignment with who you truly are and what you're meant to be and how you're meant to experience your journey. So I hope this helped you in some way, pile number 2 viewers. If you feel it has, please let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to take it a step further to support what I do, consider joining my channel membership. You could also check me out on Etsy. Link to my Etsy stores down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool things there that I make by hand. Pay me a visit at any time. So much love to you wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and always keep shining. Pile number 3, viewers, you chose Citrine for your crystal. Okay, and I'm going to put that there. This is your card. You chose fire. And I did shuffle for these cards. They do have meaning, so I will be sure to incorporate them into the reading the further we get along. I'm going to be using the White Newman Tarot for you today. And I also have, as a final oracle, I have the Goddesses and Gods and Guardians cards as well. So we're looking at your higher self. What is it your higher self wants to reveal to you, bring to your attention, make you aware of? Okay, let's see. Pile number 3. Your higher self. What does your higher self want to reveal to you, bring to your attention, make you aware of? Whoa, okay. So, wow, there's 2 there. And I'll just grab one from the top. And if I need another, I will grab from the side. So, let's see. We have the Knight of Wands, the King of Swords. Whoa! And the 9 of Pentacles. That is way too cool. Okay, so I love this. I love this because we also have the fire energy here, and the fire is basically that divine spark of inspiration. It's the fire that gets lit within you, and we can see that energy happening here with the Knight of Wands. This is about you moving forward with something. Your higher self is nudging you to take action, right? Because fire energy is action oriented. It's highly creative. It's also inspired energy, divine inspiration that gets lit within you. And then you have to take creative, you have to take that download, or let's say that inspired action, and move forward with it. That Knight of Wands would move forward with the nudge, the action, the inspiration that it's been given. And it's about travel. So the King of Swords is saying to me that your higher self wants to make something clear to you, or it's already been made clear to you. Because what's cool is I don't see any conflict on the table, right? So your higher self is saying you already know what to do. It's just a matter of you taking action upon it, moving forward with it with the Knight of Wands, traveling in the direction of it, traveling in the direction of what you feel certain about. King of Swords, holding the sword of truth. He's very precise in his dealings, in the way that he sifts through situations to know the truth, to understand what needs to be done with clarity, acts accordingly, acts with integrity and truth, makes very wise decisions, because nothing, right, there's this feeling of nothing gets past the blade, right, or the sharp sword of truth. So you will be able to navigate a situation with clarity in order to act upon it. But it's sorry, I moved the table. With the King of Swords, it's a very firm decision. If you are making a decision, it's a very clear line of sight with the King of Swords. So I love it because it's saying there's confidence there. Your higher self is trying to reveal to you that clarity, that epiphany, that insight that you need. And it's with confidence. So once you get the download, the synchronicity, the understanding, the knowing, you can act upon it with confidence because it's solid. Because it's a king. So your higher self is saying this knowing, this clarity, this epiphany, this understanding, this solid decision, let's say if it is a decision, knowing what you need to do and how to act upon it is coming. That insight, that knowing is arriving. It's actually coming towards you. And I'm just going to throw it out there because the vibe feels very similar to pile 2, pile number 2. I love that the fire is here because once it gets lit, it's very hard to put out. It's very passionate energy, and there's a relentlessness that comes with it. So if you were wondering if you would have the energy, the stamina, the motivation, the drive, the push that you need to pursue something, could be a goal, could be a creative endeavor, could be a career, business endeavor, It could be even a manifestation. The feeling is here, you won't lose the fuel, right? You won't be short of it to see it through to completion or see it through to the end with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like taking an idea and running with it. So your higher self is about to reveal a big idea to you. Your higher self is about to give you a download of information and or clarity for you to act upon, to move toward. And the thing is that whatever this is, it's super tangible with the Nine of Pentacles because it's earth energy. So this is not some wild, crazy idea that, you know, just suddenly pops, or impulse, let's say, that just suddenly pops up in your mind with the King of Swords and in your head, that, you know, has no basis in reality. That's not true. The Nine of Pentacles is here to solidify and ground it with the Nine of Pentacles. So let's say if you've been hesitating to take action upon something because you weren't sure if it was the right thing to do, maybe if it had any basis, right, in tangible reality. Because sometimes we can get in our mind and start to think that, oh, that idea is fanciful thinking. You know, or we could say, oh, it sounds fun, it sounds cool, but is it possible? Like, the reality of what that would take, you know, we can kind of talk ourselves out of that. Because we sometimes think that some of our ideas, our goals, our ambitions are too big, even for us. But I love that the Nine of Pentacles is here and it's saying, no, that's not the truth. Like, if for a moment you thought that, oh, that was just a fanciful idea, wishful thinking, but there's no way that I can make that actually physically, tangibly happen. You know, like if you ever got in your head about it like that, your higher self is trying to say, no, you actually can accomplish that. First of all, with the King of Swords, you're smart, you're highly able, very much intelligent. Like, I also heard you can work through the kinks. Like, you're smart enough to sort through, with the King of Swords energy, those things that maybe you struggle to understand at first. You're smart enough to figure it out, in order so that they can move smoothly for you. Nine of Pentacles is all about being self-made. So you have the elbow grease too. I mean, that's a, I don't know, not everybody's going to understand what that means, but it's like you have the ability to work hard for this and make this happen for yourself. Because Nine of Pentacles does talk about independent, self-made energy. You can do this on your own. You can make this happen for yourself. You have the capability and the intelligence and the passion to bring this to fruition. Because Nine of Pentacles energy is one of those energies that's living and basking in the fruits of her labor. She's living amongst what she worked hard for, or what she worked hard to achieve. It is about luxury, abundance, prosperity. And the feeling with that energy is that none of that came suddenly. You know what I mean? It's like you worked for that. It just didn't land in your lap with that energy. You had to hustle. You had to work hard for that. You had to grind for that. So this is saying, if you have an idea and you're looking to move forward with it, if you were looking for that confidence or that sure-footedness of, yeah, okay, I'm moving forward with it now, Spirit, your higher self, is going to reveal that to you, so then you can take action with the Knight of Swords or Knight of Wands, and you can follow through with confidence with the King of Swords in the direction of what feels right, in confidence that you can make it happen, because the Nine of Pentacles is already living it. The Nine of Pentacles has already achieved it. So it is a card of success and achievement. So Move forward with the idea. You have what it takes. You have the capacity. You have the intelligence to make it material, to make it real, to manifest it, and to actually complete or finish what you start. The idea is incoming. The knowing is incoming. The action that you need to take to move forward is incoming. You're literally with the Knight of Wands hopping on the horse and pursuing what this Nine of Pentacles is. Whatever the goal of the Nine of Pentacles is, you're actually traveling in the direction of that. With clarity, with truth, with confidence, and the right intelligent moves and actions to make it happen. With the right information as well. So clear insight, information, and knowing is arriving to help you hop on the horse and go pursue it and accomplish it at the same time. So I feel like there's a spiritual fire that's been lit to make this happen for you, or to take action in the direction of it. And you won't be able to hesitate, because Spirit's fire won't let you, okay? The fire that's lit with that energy and the Knight of Wands won't allow you to not take action. You're going to have to. So it's like, be prepared that when this occurs, there's a relentlessness that comes with it. You won't be able to fall asleep on it, because this is meant for you with the Nine of Pentacles to accomplish and experience. Okay, so yeah, I also got the vibe of like paperwork, contracts with the King of Swords. Some kind of arrangement or agreement, possibly, that allows the success of the Nine of Pentacles to come through for you. So let's go ahead and grab a few cards for confirmation and see what else we get about this. Oh, another thing that I got, I know this is a little different, but actual geographical travel, okay, can come through with the Knight of Wands. So it's like making the decision to travel somewhere else or move in the direction of something or somewhere that's going to bring you this abundance, because maybe you're not finding that abundance and prosperity where you are or where you're living perhaps, and there's the ability to follow through with a new career goal or endeavor that'll bring you that instead, maybe somewhere else altogether, different and new. Okay, so let's see. Because sometimes I feel like we're meant to be certain places energetically that are more in alignment with us. That's a possibility here with these cards. So let's see. Oh, what? Abundance. Yeah, new life, right? That would be the Nine of Pentacles, and perseverance. Yes, like I said, you have the stamina, the ambition, the drive, the intelligence, the capability of seeing this through and persevering, right? And then the fish energy, trouts, or salmon, right? They do swim upstream. Fish are a symbol of abundance as well, but the fact that they swim upstream to persevere in their goal makes them so special. And the fact that we have the Nine of Pentacles here, living the goal achieved, having persevered, like I said, the elbow grease, the hard work, like that wasn't handed to her. That was, you know, earned through hard work. And you are persevering in the direction of your success and your goals achieved. Yeah, here's your abundance, right? Definitely new life. Absolutely. The seeds that you've planted as well, right? The seeds that you've planted. So again, whatever idea you've been led to act upon, it will yield abundance. It will yield something to show for it. You will have something to show for it. You will have the fruits of that labor that you put into it. or that maybe you've already been putting into it and you're waiting to see, right? The seeds that you've planted, they're about to yield something beautiful to you, or the ones that you're about to plant will in the future. And that's what this energy is telling you. And that's what your higher self is saying. Look, whatever seeds that you plant, whether you're about to plant them or you've already planted them, they will yield something for it. So don't doubt that you will have eventually something to show for it. It will take some perseverance. And like I said, that relentless spirit, right, to arrive at the goal, but you will eventually. Okay. Because we have the guarantee of that here with the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Abundance card, and then we have the fish, which is also a symbol of that. Okay. Yeah, and the life, new life, right? Again, the feeling is here that if you move in the direction of this to pursue it, there is something new to experience through it as well. So something might change for you, because this talks about new life. So something might change for you and bring you something new altogether that you've yet to experience. Maybe some of you desire to experience abundance and maybe have yet to, right? Maybe that's what you've been working hard towards all this time. But this is saying that seed will yield abundance. Okay? You just can't hesitate to take action upon it. Because the salmon is one of those energies that it swims upstream. It goes against the grain, against the current to spawn. And spawning is its goal. And it will not stop. It is relentless. It will not stop until it's arrived to spawn. And that's kind of like, and the thing is that when it does arrive, they spawn and they multiply. So again, it's abundance. It's more than, right? Not less than, it's more than. So you persevere, you arrive at the goal, you have more than what you had when you started. You see? And that's where the abundance comes in. So let's even get a final card. Whoa, Ra. I love it because that's energy of the sun. Yes. Okay, let's see what Ra has to say. Share your gift. Okay, beautiful cards. All right, let's see. Sun is a symbol of success and life. And then you have it in the seed card, right? So, hold on one second. I'm finding it in the book. My goodness, hold on. I just had it. Okay, there we go. Look at that. What? Share your gift. The perfect time is now. Say yes and show up. Take action. Don't hesitate. Right? That was the feeling of that. Your higher self is trying to give you the go-ahead, the green light, so you can take action on the idea in order to arrive at your abundance, you know, your success and your goals achieved. So it says, pronounced Ra or Re, okay, was the God, I hope I'm saying that right, but it says, was the God of heaven, the sun, and the origin of life in ancient Kemet, right, or in Egyptian mythology. Described as creator of everything, he was so powerful and popular, and his worship so enduring that some scholars say that Egyptian religion had only one god, Ra. The Egyptians built solar temples in his honor, and throughout the dynastic periods he took many other blended forms, such as Ra. I don't want to butcher it, so I won't say it. and Amun-Ra. Ra was a high priest in Atlantis and watched over those who are now rediscovering their ancient Atlantean gifts. What are you waiting for? What do you keep putting off until tomorrow? You're locked in a frustrating cycle of inaction, and it's holding you back from contributing, creating, and sharing. Ra leads you into his temple and declares the world needs what you have to give. There's no such thing as the perfect time to share your creations and energy. Have you used every excuse under the sun for why you can't do what you need to do? The procrastination is a smokescreen for your fears. Yes, it can feel scary to reveal your ideas and talents, but this is what we need from you. Sharing your deepest gift will open the heart of humanity. It says, don't wait anymore or you'll be waiting your whole life. Take guided action now, right? That would be the Knight of Wands and the fire energy. I lost my place. Hold on. Take guided action now, not later. Give generously of your radiant sun's light. It will be returned to you multiplied, right? That would be the fish multiplying, swimming upstream, the abundance, the Nine of Pentacles, and you'll feel more alive than ever before. There are times when patience and more preparation are needed, but not now. This is a definite yes to move forward and place your gift on the collective sacred altar. You'll never feel completely ready to give your deepest soul gifts, so start now, right? Why wait another moment? Like I was saying, it felt like it connected back to pile 2, but it says launch a new business or project. Nine of Pentacles, a new idea, right? A creative inspiration, sure. With the Knight of Wands, stop taking innumerable courses, training, or workshops. So put your learning to use. Help others through volunteering, charity work, or community initiatives. Use your Atlantean spiritual gifts of crystal healing and psychic arts. Invocation, I will stop waiting and offer my light. So yeah, don't hesitate. Take action, inspired action upon the ideas that you've been given. You're fully capable of seeing this through and making something successful out of it. So yeah, pile number 3. And look, you even have Citrine, which is great energy to work with when it comes to that. So yeah, if you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. To support this channel, like, share, subscribe, maybe even consider joining my channel's membership. I do have exclusive content there for members only. You can join via your computer desktop. Not always easy to do it on your phone. It's still in beta phase through YouTube, that's why. But if you want to take a step further to support what I do beyond YouTube, visit me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below. I have really cool things there that I make by hand, including intricate crystal jewelry, a lot of beading work, work with different types of crystals, also mold and shape things by hand with clay into crystal jewelry. So anyway, visit me, see my creative spirit there at work through my little creations. And if you wish to support me, that's one way to do it. So much love to you wherever you are. Pile number 3 viewers, take care and always keep shining.